Cheer, cheer. It's the daily go get mism show, y'all. Let's rock, y'all. Yeah, break it down now. Yeah, it's the yo one time. It's the daily go get mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We do this thing on a Friday night. Yeah, it's right. And tonight we talking about sorting out the good bills and the bad bills. We all got bills, baby. We all got bills that we have to pay. We got telephone bills. We got house bills, car notes. We got the rent. It's got to come through. You got to pay it, whether or not the money is spent. And we got credit cards. Sometimes it get hard if you got too many. Yeah, friendly bills. Sometimes we like to. We got fun money bills. Sometimes, fun money bills, recreation. The bills that actually make us feel good about what we doing for a living and at least being able to pay something. But we're gonna talk about good bills and bad bills in terms of the bills that you actually have an easy time writing out the check form every month or however you pay, and the ones that you be like, I gotta find a way to get from up under these because it's kind of corny. I don't like none of these. Well, you still gotta pay them. And the thing about bills is that you only have to pay the bills that you make. But it seems like some of the bills are made for us. And shout out to the people who say, yo, I don't want to just be working just to pay my bills. Yo, you got to do that whether or not you got skills. And the skills will take you very far in your life. It'll make sure you take care of your kids, spouse, the wife. It's going to be okay. We're going to talk about these bills today. Hey, good to see y'all. T. Carey Wright. I'm on and night. It's always great to have my peoples going right in your side. The Carol Chamberlain, my friend. Hey, Marita, it's good to see you. And yo, Stacy White, thanks for coming round. It's good to see you. And I'm glad you're down. Word. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this your daily, the daily go get a mission show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the. Well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get It show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope that y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Tonight, we're talking about sorting out the good bills and the bad bills. You may not have known that you had good bills and bad bills, but when you think about it, and many of us think about it on a regular basis, we do. We have bills that we feel like were forced upon us, and we have bills that we know that we have made for ourselves, but those are probably the bills and often the bills that give us the spice of life that make us say, well, at least I got it. At least I got it. At least I'm about it. Well, let's talk about it. Let's break it down. So the way I wrote the show up tonight, whatever, it's still daylight out, is we all have bills. We have bills to pay. And sometimes we have bills that, man, like every month or however many times that they come along, we be like, man, this thing right here. Like, shout out to my people that used to get furniture from Rent-A-Center back in the day. Evidently, Rent-A-Center was not a fun bill to pay because people used to do whatever they had to do to get rid of that bill. You would think that people liked the Rent-A-Center bill because it gave you furniture. It gave you a TV. It gave you stereo, recreation. It gave people a video game system. Rent-A-Center had everything for your crib. Washer, dryer, couch, love seat, sectional, TV, entertainment center. Yo, Rent-A-Center for a small fee furnished a lot of people's houses. Real shit. You ever been in a Rent-A-Center house? Like you knew it was a Rent-A-Center house because you recognized the name brands that were used only by Rent-A-Center. Now they were name brands that you recognized, but you were like, wait a minute, I don't see these in stores because Rent-A-Center had like a little deal with. I think at one time they had a deal with RCA, and you know RCA used to be a reputable, very reputable electronics company. It was also a record company at one time, but RCA was bought out by Radio Shack, and then Radio Shack must have had a deal with Rent-A-Center. Anyway, Rent-A-Center. What people would do with Rent-A-Center is they would order the furniture from Rent-A-Center, and then they would move. And back in the day, Rent-A-Center they would search for you. They would look for you. They would seek you out to get their furniture back. Now, I'm gonna tell you my profile of a person that would order furniture from Rent-A-Center and move is not furniture that I would want back if I was Rent-A-Center. I wouldn't want that furniture back because you know it's gonna be roaches and shit all up in that equipment. It's going to be roaches inside the TV, roaches inside the receiver, roaches inside the entertainment center, and roaches inside the DVR, roaches inside the VCR, roaches inside of my stereo. When I turned the channel, I saw the black boy, you know, the black boy, the brown boy, you know, the roach. It was like I was in first class of flying and coach. I wouldn't want the roaches back from rent. Y'all, no, don't act like I'm just dissing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. If you have to move, if you have to steal furniture from Rent-A-Center, come on, man. You know what that shit is about. All right. So Rent-A-Center, even though it wasn't a lot of money that you would have to pay to rent the furniture, it was rent to own. So you would actually finish paying it off. But I don't think I've known anybody that paid off their Rent-A-Center furniture bill. I don't know anybody. Y'all might. Y'all might. They would just move. And you know what? After a while, Rent-A-Center stopped chasing people. They just wrote it off. So you stole from Rent-A-Center. You got it from Rent-A-Center. It's all yours. But they had your social security number and all of that kind of stuff. So, whenever you came into your little windfall, probably taxes and all that kind of stuff, like, you was used to getting your money stolen from or taken back when from your tax returns when you owed a student loan, fuck around and have Rent-A-Center took your shit. Be like, yo, man, what's wrong, man? Yo, I can't believe this shit. My second Christmas got took by Rent-A-Center. Like, what you mean? Man, my girl had that scheme for us to, get the furniture for Rent-A-Center when we used to live out West Philly and shit. When we moved out, we was living out West Philly, we moved back down north. You know what I'm saying? We took the furniture and shit. I said, let's just go ahead and pay for the furniture. She was like, nah, fuck them. We gonna take the furniture and whatever. We can keep that money. And they took my tax return out. I didn't know they could do that. Like, oh yeah, man, they got that shit written into them contracts. You gotta read them, Johns. Damn, man. The Rent-A-Center got my tax money. Yeah. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Good to see you, my brother. Thanks for coming on out. Good to see you right now, right here, no doubt. Cal Chamberlain says, and a rent-a-center will come and get your furniture if you missed a couple of payments too. Yeah, they would come and get it. But after a while, they stopped coming to get it. I remember the boy that worked at Rent-A-Center told us, he was like, nah, we don't go get that shit no more. We drop off, we don't come back and get it no more. I guess the furniture that they was getting back, they was like, nah, man, y'all can go ahead and keep that. We'll bill you. Y'all keep that. Carol says, that's low if you steal their furniture. Carol, if you know, now you know I used to rent out apartments, houses, and rooms. Listen, I've signed off on a lot of Rent-A-Center contracts. It was like, we just need you to verify that we live here and how much rent we pay and all of that for Rent-A-Center. A lot. And then they stopped paying us. So I know they ain't pay that Rent-A-Center. I know that they moved before we evicted them, but after we got the eviction process started. You know what I'm saying? Carol Chamberlain says, a nephew used to get the furniture taken by them all. So you see, evidently Rent-A-Center is a bad bill. We don't be wanting to pay Rent-A-Center. It's a bad bill. Car note. What about car note? A lot of people have a car note. Now, to me, a car note is a bad bill. I don't like paying it, but a lot of people don't mind paying a car note. And I'll say this, at least with a car note, the payments come to an end. They don't come as fast as they used to. The payments used to come to end in 48 months to 60 months. Now, they done bumped it up to 72 months and 84 months. You paying on a car for 7 years? Come on, man. But yeah, 84 months. People doing it. They don't even have 48-month plans no more, from what I understand. It's 60 to 84. State of the world today, baby. We gonna get you sitting and floating in something nice. But a lot of people love their car, so they don't mind paying that car note. And they know, we was just talking about getting your furniture taken back. You know that the finance company, the bank or whatever, they will never skimp on coming to get your car if you don't pay for that. You're going to pay that car note. And they're not going to stop looking for you. You can move down south, they're going to find where you're at. You can move to West Coast, and they're going to find where you're at. You can move over east, they're going to find where you're at. Yeah, the Midwest, they going to find where you're at. You can hide your car at your grandmother's house, and you better have it in the garage, and they going to find out. Yeah, they got the GPS tracking, baby. They got the GPS tracking. They going to come and get their car back, and you won't be able to afford to get your shit back, because you're going to have to pay the back price plus more, and they got all of them fees. That shit is a bad look. You have it on your knees, your credit is all done out, and you can't do nothing about that. You got to get it on right. You don't want no repossession on your credit report. You don't want no repossession on your credit report. You want no repossession on your credit report. Yeah, car note. Now, if you can afford to pay your car note, that's a beautiful thing, but you still probably don't like to pay it. But a lot of people feel like, listen, man, I have enough money to pay my car note every month, and even with the insurance, yeah, it's setting me back like a good $800 to $1,000 a month, but I got it like that. I'm riding me an Xfinity like that. I got me a little Lexus like that. I got me a brand new Yukon like that. GMC Tahoe, I got it like that. I got me a Ford Explorer like that. I got me a Lincoln Navigator like that. Or Aviator like that. I got me a new BMW, and I got me a little Porsche too, and a Maserati. Yeah, I got me a note, and I can afford that shit, and a brand new Minko. I got bills, baby. I got bills, baby. Yeah. Car note. You like paying yours? I hated paying mine. I said I would never get a car note again. But I've been starting to feel like I might be lying to myself. You know what I mean? Last year I went to a couple of dealers. Like, I just want to see what's going on. I'm just, little 2015 Lexus 450, 350. I was like, this joint nice. Thinking on it now, I should have got it because it was a hybrid. But I couldn't justify it at the time. I already had 3 cars. I was about to go for a 4th. But I couldn't justify that. So, but I was like, this is nice. And I always wanted a Lex. I could afford the bill, but I know I don't like to pay no car note. I don't like it because I got to pay for that full coverage insurance too. And I'm like, oh, I'm the type of nigga to take my chances. Minimum coverage, that type of shit. Probably ain't the best way to go, but like I kind of don't like people telling me what I got to do. When you got a car note, you got to follow certain guidelines. You done signed off on it. So I don't really like, to me, car note is a bad bill. To you, car note might be like, yeah, but look at this. This shit nice. Leather interior. You see this? Shit is like a spaceship in here. Look at this dash. Look at the dash. GPS. You know what I mean? Get DVD, everything. Look at this shit. Everything digital. You know what I mean? Shoot. This shit take my phone away. I be in the house. The Bluetooth in the car, just take the phone and be like, yo, come get inside of me. I got a Tesla. I ain't even got to drive the car. Look, the car driving by itself. Look, mom, no hands, no legs, no brains, no nothing. GPS so fly, it tell me where the traffic is and where I shouldn't go, which way I shouldn't go. I'm up in the Tesla. I'm feeling like iRobot up in this bitch. So yeah, a car note might be a good bill to some, a bad bill to others. Bad bill for me might be a good bill for you. What up, King? Thanks for coming on through. King says refinancing makes it longer. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, but let me see. Let me see what y'all talking about. T. Carey Wright says, ain't no good bill. Carol says, Taki, sure ain't. The electric bill is going up in June or July. Okay. I understand what you mean when you say there ain't no good bills. But for some people, there are certain bills that are status bills. So it's hard for me to believe that they're not good bills, because there's some bills that people feel good to be able to pay. And they will tell you, yeah, like rent. Now, you would think that paying your rent, where you live, would be a bad bill. But for some people, they'd be like, yeah. They'll tell you in a minute, such and so, shoot, I pay more than that on my rent. How niggas is, we got it like that, right? When we got it like that, we got it like that. Oh yeah, shoot. That ain't enough money to pay my rent. My rent is $1,800. Females be good for that shit. Yeah, my rent $1,500, $1,700, $1,800, $1,900. I pay $2,200 for my rent. Shit, that ain't no money to me. You can keep that. That ain't doing nothing for me. Status. It's a status bill. And what's weird about that to me? Rent can be a status bill for some. The mortgage, though, people be hush about what they pay in mortgage. Not too many people will tell you what they pay on a mortgage that a month. You know why? Because the mortgage tells a lot of people about your entire income. The rent doesn't always tell about your income. The rent can tell about your hustle because when you pay rent, first of all, a lot of times it means that you're afraid to own. Like you don't want the responsibility of that. People don't care about that. The people who, rent, a lot of them don't care about that. But when it comes to your mortgage, it's like, nah, you ain't got to know how much I pay for my mortgage. Because when you tell somebody what you pay in your mortgage, it tells them what your negotiating skills are, what your credit rating must have been like. You know? You can look up the property values in the neighborhood. If you want to know how much somebody paid for a house, that's public information. I don't know if all of y'all know that. You can look up how much somebody paid for their house. But you won't be able to look up how much they paid for their mortgage. Mortgage tells a lot about a person. Like, damn, you paid that much for that? You know, it like rent don't tell that on you. It's like, well, this is the rent. Whoever moves in here, that's how much they're gonna have to pay. A mortgage is variable. So a mortgage kind of tells you like how much money you had to put up before you even got to the mortgage payment. How much longer you have to pay? 30 years. Yeah, mortgage is very revealing about your income status. So people don't talk about, but the mortgage is actually a good bill because mortgage is the bill that pays you back. Your house is equitable. You can get loans because of your house. You can get money because of your house. You can sell your house and get cash. You cannot do that with an apartment. So you can be moving on up to the east side like the Jeffersons all you want. You just throwing your money away. You ain't getting none of that back. All right, some of y'all get money back for y'all rent rebate. All right. The taxes the tax break that you get for your mortgage though, can't beat that. Can't beat that. Your mortgage pays you back. Of course, you got to pay property taxes and all of that, but you know what I mean? It's like owning a house is like it's almost like running a business because you do have an equitable asset right there, and your house is an asset. It's not a liability. It's an asset. It can feel like a liability, the upkeep and the repairs and all that kind of stuff, but you can get it. You can get that money back. Let me see. Nar says, I don't know how different the cost of living is in Philly, but 7,000 to 8,000 for insurance and a car note is a head knocker. I think that's a lot of money. But there's some people who pay more than that. There are people who pay more than that. And they don't think nothing of it. Try $1,200 a year. Think about it. If you floating around in a car that's over 50,000 a year, along with insurance in a city like Philly or New York, easily you're going to pay that. I mean, it ain't hard to tell. You take 60 months divided by 60,000. It ain't hard to tell, baby. And that's before taxes and title and fees, baby, fees. And we haven't even started talking about your interest rate, where some people are paying double for the car by the time the car note is up. But that's still a good bill to some people. It ain't no good bill to me, but it might be good bill to thee. Make sure y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, and we talking about sorting out the good bills and the bad bills. Child support, baby. Child support. Good bill or bad bill? You know, most men hate paying child support, but we don't want to look at it as a bad bill because, you know, people look at us funny. Like we don't want to take care of our kids. Like we don't like our kids. Like we don't want to provide. Well, um, child support is a bad bill because we have no control. We don't control what we pay or what we think we should pay. Now, sure, there's more than enough men out here who really think who have the wrong conception of what it costs to financially provide for a child. Because if you think that $200 or $300 a month alone is enough for you to take care of your child, you are out of your damn mind. Because when you're not the custodial parent, you're just thinking about what the parent is doing that's taking care of the child. And you know, you figure that whatever food is in the house the child eats, you don't need extra money for that. You got to buy the child clothes anyway. You don't need extra money for that. School trips and stuff like that. Yeah, I could give him or her that. You don't need extra money for that. For an irresponsible man and for a potentially deadbeat father, he's spending too much time looking at the baby mom instead of looking at the baby. Now, that's not to say that there aren't some greedy, slimy, no good moms out there that will do anything to make sure that a baby father don't have nothing for himself. She won his whole check. She want him to go to work just to provide for his child or children. And in a way, he is doing that. But damn, he has to live too. So child support, you know that child support is probably not a good bill when you consider that when women have to pay child support, if you go look up women and child support, women who pay child support, there are more deadbeat moms out there than dads by percentage. Women don't believe that they're supposed to ever have to pay child support. The courts see it different. You a bad mom out there, you're unfit to be the custodial parent of your children. Well, if the father of the children is found to be fit to be the custodial parent, then he will receive full custody of the children, and the mom will be paying child support. And those moms don't be paying that shit. They be like, "Nah, hell no, I ain't paying that." His bitch ass, got a lot of nerve taking me to child support court. Pussy. They don't really like to see how the other side lives. You see what it's like to be a baby father on child support. It ain't sweet like that. And wait till this nigga go and request an increase on your ass. Child support. Yes, child support should be a higher value bill than your car note. But there's so many politics and emotional ties surrounded around the child support payment that it usually is seen as a bad bill. But there is an end to child support. After 18 years, you are free on paper. And child support, you go to jail for not paying that. which I don't see how that helps anything. How much is the child receiving while that man is locked up? When his license gets suspended, how much is he or she receiving when he can't drive to work? But hey, I mean, you got to provide for our babies. We got to provide for them. But that's what we are working with when it comes to child support. That's what we talking about. Good bill to y'all or bad bill? Good bill, bad bill. SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. Carol Chamberlain says, thankfully, I've never had a repo. I'm going to thank that for you. Nora says, I don't know how. Okay, my bad. I already read that. Carol Chamberlain says, I enjoy driving, so I don't mind paying my car note. That's one way to look at it. Nora says, credit card limits can be a status bill too. Here's the thing about credit cards. Credit cards can be a status bill, but in a way they're really not. Like, because there are double digit APRs on credit cards, and so many people get in over their heads with credit cards. Like, okay, well, I got 7 credit cards. You really started out just needing or wanting one, but then we wound up with 7 or more, and now where you was thinking like, all right, $50 here, $75 there, or you might have been thinking real low, $25 there. At least like if my car breaks, I can pay for that. If my refrigerator goes down or I need a water heater, I can be able to do it because I got these credit cards. And Christmas time comes along, whatever. If I need to get a quick present for somebody's birthday, I got these credit cards. I can go ahead and take care of that, and only have to pay back a little bit each month. But those little bit each month, it gets ugly, because now credit cards have these agreements that people don't realize that they sign, where if your credit, let's say if your credit score goes down, they can raise your interest rate on your credit cards, and they can even take your credit cards away if you are late or defaulted on another credit card. Yeah. Credit cards can be status, but credit cards can get you in a whole lot of financial trouble if you're not paying attention. And nobody reads all of that credit card stuff. They look to see if there's an annual fee. They look to see how much the credit limit is and how much they're going to have to pay every month. And most people say to themselves, I'm not even going to really use the credit card, and they do use them a lot, and they know you're going to do it. And next thing you know, you got credit card bills out the wazoo. And it ain't because you make a whole lot of money. It's because your credit score was decent, and you can get a bunch of credit cards and you ain't making but $25,000 a year. Shout out to people who only make $25,000 a year. I'm just using you as an example. Money is money. A budget is a budget. You got to do what you got to do. TK right says, I paid my car off a little over a year ago. I love the freedom of not having that payment. Yeah, man. Yeah. A year ago, a little bit more than a year ago, I believe, I paid off. I had a tax bill agreement, and I had been paying that shit since 2014. And it was finally over. It was a 7-year agreement.
90 seconds.
And I finished paying it. And I ain't know how to act. Like, they was like, you don't owe no more. I was like, what you mean? It was like, you done. I was like, I'm done. It's been so long since I paid off paid something off. And it was only $140 a month because it was back taxes. I had to pay the current, but I had to pay a bunch of back taxes.
60 seconds.
But yeah, it feels good to pay something off. And it also feels good, to make sure that your house don't go no sheriff sale. That feels great. That's the thing about a mortgage and rent. You don't pay, they take it away. Your ass is on the streets, banging on your mama door late night. Mama, can you put us up? Can we live down there in the basement? Or can we move stuff out of the garage? Or can we get a new space heater? I need 90 days, just 90 days, maybe 150 days. Can you put me on, mama?
10
mama?
seconds.
Okay. Now, so it says, I wish I was able to find a way to use my child support account for credit concerns when I had it. How about that? It don't seem right that you can't do that, right? Why not? It's all about your social security number and all that, ain't it? I bet you when you default on your child support, they can lock you up, Norris. You in jail. Jail. Not only are you locked up, but now you embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, my baby mom got me banged, man, with some child support, man. You know what I mean? Talking about I'm in arrears like $10,000 and shit, man. So I'm gonna be in here. They gave me 9 months. 9 months? Say what? Like that's helping. Okay. It says, my uncle told me about a guy that committed suicide after getting an $11 paycheck after garnishments. Oh my God. He said, fuck them babies. Fuck everything. That's extreme, man. I guess you could say that was a bad bill for him. He says, I know another guy that did 2 years for back child support. Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Sorting out the good bills and the bad bills. Listen, we ain't even get into the revolving accounts like, utilities and food. And you know the crazy thing now, even though it wasn't an actual bill, I think now we have to look at it like it is. Gas that you put in your car. We got to start looking at it's so high right now. I don't see how we can get around looking at it as a straight up bill. Gas. Where you were filling up your tank before for like $40 a month, $40 a week. You can't fill it up for $50. People who was used to only letting they tank get down to a half a tank, now they like, I'ma ride it out, baby. I gotta ride it out, baby. TK Right says, if a dude is in jail, how can he pay? He can't, but he still owes when he gets out. Like the child support is just a straight punishment for you not paying. Nothing comes off of your bill. Nothing comes off of the balance by you going to jail. It's just a straight punishment. It's like it's a look. We telling you that we're not going to let you roam the streets conveniently while you owe this bill. This is indentured servitude. Having cheering. You want to have a bunch of kids you don't want to pay for them? All right, we got a place for you to be. We'll know where to find you. And another thing, T. Carey, right, is when they lock you up, you get out and you get out on probation or parole. And so now you have to have a job. And by you having to have a job that's on the books, now they have a way of making you pay the child support. So that might be the benefit as far as the state or the county is concerned. You know? Yeah. That's what all the suspending your license and all of that stuff is about. Like, yeah, you public enemy number one when you don't pay your child support. And they gonna catch up with you and they're gonna get you. They're gonna get you. Child support don't go away. They don't care how long it was ago. People who have had kids that are grown, them finished school and all of that, and they're like, yeah, but you still owe $15,000 in child support, and you're gonna pay that too. You owe the mother. You owe the moms. You owe the moms. All right, y'all, let's get ready to get on the body here. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious May 27th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box. Sonia Neely turning 49 years old today, and Ophelia Obeng Kwanzaa. Happy birthday to you. And Lavonda Rowland turning 44 years old today, and Mahogany Prater turning 45 years old today, and Billy Ray Valentine. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And Sean Bay, happy birthday to you also, my brother. Last but not least, I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. I hope that today finds y'all good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. I want y'all to rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, good bills, bad bills, we got to pay bills. We pay the bills that we have made. It's all about the choices and decisions that we made. And it's going to be all right. One day you got to control your spending. Hey, we all got to learn. Can't wait a turn or go ahead before it's ours to be making. It's going to be all right. You got to go to work every day to bring home the eggs and the bacon. You only got to pay the bills that you make. That's a hard concept for a lot of people to understand, but it's true. You only have to pay the bills that you make. And sometimes we have fun making the bills. You know, one of the ways that we run up our credit cards that's ugly as shit is going out to dinner and drinking. You know how much alcohol pushes up the bill if you go out just to dinner. You save a lot of money when you go out to eat and you don't drink alcohol. Alcohol though. It's like the extra toppings on whatever you buy. You know, steak dinner, $50. But 2 drinks, $50. And I don't know if alcohol has gone up in price now. You know, my drinkers out there, y'all can let me know. With gas and food going up all crazy, has alcohol increased in price too? I don't know. You might need the alcohol to relieve the mental and emotional strain of all the other bills that you having a problem paying, trying to make ends meet. Trying to make ends meet, baby. All right. Listen, y'all, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. We will be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all come through for the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I hope y'all enjoyed listening to the show as much as I enjoyed broadcasting it. All right, so we're about to get on up out of here. Oh, yes, we are. Are we all in the clear? Yeah. All right, so it's showtime. All right. Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Peace out. Yeah. I said Blog Talk, we gonna get you out of here. Peace out. Yeah.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobas. Yeah. See you on the other side, my boobas. Yeah. You see you on the other side, my boobas.